Hey guys, Colin here, back for another video after 8 months. I guess you could say this is my apocalypse edition, and I just kind of put that on there for we all know what's going on these days. Everybody's got to wear masks now, um, just to stay safe or keep others safe. And I just thought I'd come on here and kind of make a little update because I've been gone for a long time again for, like I said, 8 months. Um, Originally, I had planned on doing videos more often, but then all this stuff started happening, as we know, and it kind of put my plans on hold because uh, it disrupted our household a little, and that we had to change the way we do everything. I'm still working, luckily. Uh, the Haskell, as some of you know where I work at, there's no school right now. They're only doing online classes, but I'm still there, and we're still there in the building that I work at, and we're basically just there. Well, just there, yeah, still getting paid at least. And I just wanted to come on and kind of show you what I've been doing. I hope all of you are staying safe out there with all the goings-ons and the craziness that's been happening. And I imagine the craziness is still not over. We still got a few months left in this year. Um, I haven't really been to the record store either in probably 8 months. So I thought I would just kind of show you uh, what I've been listening to recently. My most recent plays. That'll be my newest thing here. Um, what have I been playing recently? Well, last night I played the old Ladies Love Outlaw Waylon Jennings. And if you don't love you some Waylon, then I don't know what to say. Go run out and buy you some Waylon Jennings because the ladies love outlaws. And then next we have Revolutions by James Brown. Revolution of the Mind, James Brown. This is a live recording album, and it's pretty good. I think this was recorded at the Apollo Theater, if I remember correctly. Um, and that's a good album. And there's been some controversy surrounding James Brown, I noticed lately. There's some uh, conspiracy theory that he was murdered by, is it his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend or somebody. It's I kind of seen it in the news, like way down in the uh, the backwoods of the internet, that there's some kind of internet conspiracy going on, and I imagine they're trying to make a book or get some money out of it some kind of way, uh, knowing how people are these days. And naturally, I had to throw in some Tom Waits. I listened to this a few days ago again. Tom Waits, Bastards, and this is part of a three-album set that came out a few years ago. If you don't like Tom Waits, then don't get it. But if you do like Tom Waits, I highly recommend this three-album set. You can get them one at a time too. You don't have to buy all three of them in a box set or something, which could cost you a fortune. You can buy one album at a time, or you could just buy one. Your favorite one. I think my favorite one is that Bastards one there. It has some of his spoken word type things that I enjoy a lot. And actually, the last album that I actually bought, and it wasn't at the record store, it was off of, what was it? eBay. Was this Forever Yours by Nat King Cole, and this is a box set. I think this was about $10. It kind of has a bunch of all of his a bunch of his greatest hits like put together. Those kind of records. It has 60 songs in all. I think I may have had this once before, but it went out with one of my purges probably accidentally. I got that again. I like me some Nat King Cole. It kind of mellows you out and sets the mood. You know, you just want to kick back and relax and kind of listen to some Nat King Cole. um, I kind of got into some making my own books, and by that I mean not writing the poetry books like I was doing, but literally making my own books, like with leather and paper. I've been studying that. One of my studies I've been doing since we've been staying home a lot. You know, you can't really, you're not supposed to be going anywhere, or you weren't. Now I kind of notice there's a whole crap load of people everywhere. We're living in a college town, so 20,000 of those guys came back and started spreading uh, stuff around right away. But anyway, here's my first book. I started studying bookbinding. Here's the first one I made. They're journals basically I'm making. But I did this is a hand dyed paper on the inner front cover, and this on the inside is drawing paper, and there's some notes I was making inside of there. And on the outside, this is on this is cord on the inside, and all these pages are sewn together and fit together. And this was my first one. It wasn't very good, naturally, for being the first one. The leather's kind of not cut to the right dimensions and that sort of stuff. And also, you see the big space right here. I didn't cut those boards in there to the right size that I should have. And that was my first one. And my second one, I realized the mistakes I had made on that last one there. So this is the second one. And this one's a lot better. Same thing, it's sewn on the cords into paper, and some like wax string. You're sewing the pages together. It's leather. On the outside, I did some speckling of the paper edges there. On the inside, I still have the hand-dyed papers, and I did this, what side am I looking at? Oh, we're over here. This is mine, my artwork right here. I made this owl right here with like a border around it, and signed my name on there, 2020. It's like a hand carved out of a piece of rubber and then made like a stamp, and then you stamp it onto your paper that way, whatever colors you want to do. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. The owl. And this one again was on just drawing paper. And then my third one, I started getting a little fancier. You know, this is a different type of leather, and I put some swirls around there and some gold leaf. Um, I made my own headbands up here. This was my first attempt at those, and they came out okay, but not as good as what I would have wanted. These are called headbands up here. They're like protectors to protect the pages and things. And you could kind of see the spaces in between the paper there where it's hand sewn together. Again, the edges speckled, and I kind of have these fancy edge protectors on the outside. Oh, and this is just another drawing paper. And if you remember, I was doing some wood carving on some of the last videos I showed you. So I combined my wood carving with the book binding, and I made this wood carved book here. Got some cat fur on it or something. And it's pretty, I think it came out pretty good. I hand stained the wood, carved it, and you can kind of see the bands right here on the outside, and the little wax string there holding it all together. And this this is leather right here, deerskin. I have the hand printed owl there. That's kind of my little logo, I guess, that I'm going to be using. And this, I dyed this paper myself right there for the inner pages. And this is a recycled paper that I used on the inside. So it's all natural. You know, sooner or later this will disintegrate and go back to Mother Earth. And to go with that, I hand carved a pen right here. Um, this is a different type of pen that you may not have seen before. It's a dipping pen, but I did hand carve the wood spirit figure there, and it's got some gold leaf um, around it, and it's called an oblique dipping pen. Um, it works too. I tried it out and everything. This is the first and only one I've made so far, so I'll probably be making some more of those sooner or later. And also uh, more artwork. Uh, I started trying to learn some clay sculpting, and this was my first one. Uh, this is kind of my Frankenstein, my rendition of a Frankenstein monster head. The Boris Karloff version. It's supposed to look like him. It looks more like him from the side. I don't know if you can see that. This is still, this isn't fired or anything. This is raw clay here because I'm just practicing right now. And that's my Frankenstein since we got Halloween coming up next month. And that's pretty much it for now. The latest book I did buy was To Kill a Mockingbird. I can't remember if I had this in my video last time, but I bought this quite a while ago. But this is the last book that I bought, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I've never read this book, but I grew up watching that movie with Gregory Peck, and I and my uncle used to watch that every time it would come on. It would usually be on in the evenings, and that was one of my favorite movies growing up, besides the old horror flicks and Abbott and Costello and the Three Stooges and that kind of stuff. But this ought to be an interesting read. To Kill a Mockingbird. And that's pretty much my video for now, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get on here more often, but I'm not going to promise anything. All I can say is that all of you need to stay safe. Thanks for checking in. Weirdos unite.